we're still friends, you know.
Hey.
Just messing
there you
with
go. Get out of here. You had your press conference.
I just need to, I got to hit y'all with that. Acho, is Russell Wilson trying too hard to quiet the noise?
Yo, that's way too hard. And the problem is, here's a problem when you get out of character, man. When you get out of character, you have to overcorrect to get back in character.
Bar.
All offseason, Russ was out of character. Like, all offseason, Russ was doing things, letting people say for teams he wouldn't mind being traded to, letting people know he was unhappy with the play of the offensive line, letting people know he was unhappy with the season and how things went, letting people know it was way out of character. So now he got to over-course correct. You putting your arm around the head coach during his presser, just letting y'all know we're all cool. Nobody said y'all weren't. Furthermore, Sal, you know what's always interesting to me, bro, and I've learned this more since being in LA and in this Hollywood space. When people tell you that's cool, they cool, it's usually right before they're publicly not. We done seen what happened. We heard reports about Kim K and Kanye. And then it was, no, everything's good. Then a month later, it's like, oh, what happened to them? All of a sudden, y'all trying to act like you real cool, but Russ, we know what time it is. And it's okay that y'all aren't cool. Nobody's forcing y'all to be. But don't sit here and try to fake it like y'all best friends.
Man, all I heard was overcorrection. As soon as I heard that, I knew exactly where you were. And he trying too hard, man. Not even too hard, as my homie used to say. 3 hard, 4 hard, 5 hard. You're doing too much. Woo! The arm around the shoulder at the press conference, that's like in the dictionary of corny and fake. Like, I don't know which, it probably by both words, because that's what that was. But Russell Wilson, you had all of February, all of March, all of April, all of May, and some of June to clarify the message that was being put out there. But nah, all we saw is you getting your hair cornrowed, changing your voice, and TikToking. And now all of a sudden, we're cool. It's a video out there if you guys can show it. It takes me back to a moment. We ain't got it yet, so I'm gonna just talk y'all through that after I bring in Fox NFL analyst Bucky Brooks. So this video is gonna explain what I'm really feeling. So Bucky, you tell me and explain what you're really feeling. Is Russell Wilson trying too hard to quiet the noise?
Oh, Russ is trying too hard because he knew he was wrong. But he was wrong from the jump. When he went on in all these channels and talked about wanting to be traded, had his intermediaries go and speak for him, and then the mythical list of teams and all that, he was wrong because, as we stated from the jump, he didn't have any left. He didn't have the ability to force his way out of Seattle. And so now he wants to make it right because now he has to go back into that locker room, play with the teammates that he disparaged. He also has to play and prove to the team that he is a long-term solution at quarterback. And I'm not saying he's not a viable long-term solution because of his play, but what I'm saying is this is the last year of his guaranteed money. Russell wants more guaranteed money going forward. The only way for him to get that is to play well. He tried to force his hand, tried to force the Seattle Seahawks to make that move. They were like, nah, bruh, we're not budging. Now he has to go play and prove and show to them that he's worthy of getting the money. But all of this other stuff doesn't matter because he's become too much of a celebrity quarterback as opposed to the franchise quarterback. And then he's trying to prove to everybody that he can be one of the guys.
Okay, let me help you guys out because everybody knows I went to Columbia, but also I got my master's from DeVry. I'm a body language expert. I want to put up that video of Pete Carroll once again when Russell Wilson interrupts his press conference. And I want y'all to take a look at 2 things. One, Pete Carroll's left arm and shoulder. Notice it ain't embracing. It ain't opening up. And 2, where does Pete Carroll look as soon as Russell Wilson gets out of his way and interrupting his press conference? Tell y'all what those both mean. That left arm ain't opening up because he like, bruh, we still running the ball. We ain't letting you cook. Get the hell out of my press conference. And 2, I'm looking down because, boy, you just don't know. I ain't messing with you like that no more. I'm going to use you up and get you up out of here. Now, that may be next year. That may be a few years. It may be whenever I feel like it. But now it's on my terms because when you try to flex, to dictate terms, it didn't work. And nobody in this look at this screen right now. None of us and nobody who's ever played the game ever wants somebody to flex on them, and it doesn't work because now they at your mercy forever. So the funny thing is, looking at Russell Wilson in this moment, how did he get here? I told y'all when it happened. I was a hater. He was in his feelings. And when you're in your feelings, you're not thinking logically. They do not communicate properly, efficiently. There's a part of your brain that stores your emotions. There's a part of your brain that stores your rationale. And they don't understand each other. So that's why you look at a situation like this. I was just waiting for Russell to get out of his feelings. And you know what got him out of his feelings? Reality. And that's how it usually works.
It does work like that. Like Marcellus, we've talked about this. Russell didn't have any leverage, and Russell was upset because he wants more money. We saw Dak Prescott. We've seen Patrick Mahomes. We've seen the number for marquee quarterbacks go over $40 million. Russ isn't there anymore. He's at $35 million. We may say, hey, it's only $5 million. What's he haggling for? We know compensation equals respect in and outside of the locker room. Russell Wilson wants to be respected as a top 5 quarterback. He also wants to be paid like a top 5 quarterback. Because he hasn't garnered MVP votes, he might be a little sensitive to this fact. And so that's what this is. This is all about Russell Wilson trying to feel better about himself because he doesn't necessarily have those things that show to the world that he's one of the best in the business. And so he went overboard. Now that he's gone overboard and they didn't budge, he's trying to make amends and come back so he can play well with teammates and coaches that love him. Oh, by the way, the little guy that was in the shot, that was the general manager, John Snyder. Russell has roped him in and tried to bring him into this little puppet show in terms of showing everybody that we're okay. So hopefully they can get it right.
Man, puppet show. That's what we need to call that right there. As a former player, be real. When have you ever volunteered or detoured to get into coach's press conference? Like, who the hell? Like, the last thing I want to do at any session is to go into his press conference for any reason. And this reason is the worst. Now, I ain't trying to hear it. And look, John Snyder over there. Yeah, me too, deuces. Y'all can't come back in this locker room with them Hallmark cars acting like it's all Gucci. It ain't all sweet no more. And we get it. We still your boy. We still gonna catch the passes from you. We still gonna block for you. But we know who you really are. But this is not the most famous awkward moment from an athlete to his coach. I got to show y'all this video right here, because, boy, y'all remember when this going on and Dwight Howard, Detroit, see that hand around all of them? Once they put their hand around Stan Van Gundy, y'all remember when Dwight Howard didn't know that we knew that he was trying to get his coach fired and end up getting him fired, but hey, it's all good. Them all good moments are always, as Acho said,